Good morning, YouTube. It's 10:49 a.m. Monday, January 3rd. And by the way, that is not a bag of legal weed, as much as it looks like it is. Saw that at the beginning of the frame. I'm attempting to actually carry some stuff and shoot horizontal video. So yeah, I do better filming with the iPhone definitely than the either of the other phones, especially the NUU phone when it comes to like holding the phone horizontally and not blocking the lens. And I finally figured out why that is, beyond the fact that obviously the iPhone has it's an iPhone 6s Plus, for those who don't know. Besides the fact that it has a little bit more heft to it and is thus easier to hold on to, it's I don't know why I didn't notice this before, but the lens is in the corner. Like as I'm carrying it right now, as I'm looking forward, the lens is in the upper left-hand corner. So of course, somebody facing me, it would be in the upper right-hand corner to them. But anyway, it's in the corner. So I've kind of gotten into the habit of holding my fingers in such a way that I don't block that corner, even when I'm holding this phone, you know, in the awkward horizontal position needed to make normal looking video. And I could go off again about the fact that that should just simply be an option in the camera app settings for how you want your video oriented, so you can just hold your phone however and shoot your video oriented however, because that would be really simple to do within software. But yeah, I've gone off on that tangent so many times. But hey, if you have any control of that, please do it. Thank you. I'm gonna cross the street here. Damn, kind of hungry right now. I should have probably microwaved myself a chimichanga before I rolled out, but I didn't feel like messing with the microwave. And now that I'm walking, I'm wishing I would have done that. Anyway, oh, so what's on the agenda today? As I stated, that it's not a bag of weed. Last night, while I was kind of wandering aimlessly in a trip that really only accomplished walking to, well, other than shooting a bunch of video and getting a bunch of stuff off my chest, really only accomplished me getting some overpriced substandard food on my EBT card from Walgreens, since the 7-Eleven was closed and the Circle K was closed. Actually, I take that back. After I shot the last video, which also ended abruptly because Obama phone number 2, the NUU phone, also ran out of space. Boy, was that some shit. I had 2 phones with me and ran them both out of space. And people wonder why I got to carry 3 phones. Oh, if they only knew. Anyway, yeah, I did succeed in stopping at the QT right over there and getting some warm food. Got a couple taquitos, which of course no, the EBT card doesn't pay for that. I find it really funny that the 2 beef taquitos, which are a really decent value. I mean, it's not a great value, but it's a decent value. It's something that's hot, it's ready to eat. It's healthier than some options? Question mark. But that's not a food stamp eligible item. However, the $3 or maybe $3.50 chicken salad sandwich that I got at Walgreens is. And that chicken salad sandwich was not good. I mean, there was not a lot of chicken salad on it. It was mostly bread. The bread was borderline stale. And chicken salad kind of unevenly spread, and it was just parts of it were soggy, and it's freaking disgusting, if I'm honest. I mean, I ate it. I was freaking hungry, and I ate it. But yeah, God, if only I had the cash options of drive-thrus that are available to people in vehicles when I go out at 3 in the morning and I'm hungry. I mean, I guess I could have, I could have walked south to the 24-hour subway. That's always an option. Anyway, I got a couple of taquitos and also a couple bottles of Mountain Dew. That went on the EBT card. Speaking of EBT card, I got to make a point to use it at some point today, even if it's just to buy a bottle of tea or something, just so I can find out if it's been re-upped with January benefits. And benefits, yeah, that's what I was getting to. So, as I mentioned, the oh wow, that pile of vomit's still there. So classy. I'm coming to the conclusion that the city of Phoenix never, ever cleans their bus shelters. It's just phenomenal how disgusting most of them are, especially around here. In a so-called nice part of town. At this point, I think it's almost better to call it formerly nice part of town. Although, just for the record, those are like $700,000, $800,000 houses to my left there. Possibly more. It's been a while since I've checked to see what the estimates are on them. Zillow, ever since that whole fiasco a couple months ago, the one that prompted me to post that Lewis Rossman quote out of context. Yeah, ever since that fiasco, Zillow's... the estimate still exists, don't kid yourselves, but Zillow has kind of gone out of their way to obscure it. But it's there. I've learned a couple of tricks to make it show up in the app, but yeah. Of course, I could look and see what those houses sold for, but I'm just kind of torturing myself because at this point I can't afford a beat up old RV to live on the side of the road, Los Angeles style. So, thanks for blocking the crosswalk. All right, at least this guy's not going to. Anyway, so when I was walking and talking and just getting numerous things off my chest, I said something that reminded me that it's as my daughter really well explained with a meme. The reason I have trouble remembering stuff like that is that I have really poor object permanence. In spite of what my IQ is, my object permanence is really, really bad. To the point, not that long ago, and by that I mean like minutes ago, right before I left, as I was waiting for the last video I was uploading to YouTube to complete before heading out the door, and pondering if that was a reason to delay me heading out the door. I was looking for the box that my first Obama phone came in, because that has all the information that I need at this point, I believe, to transfer my number to another carrier, which I've decided I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go with Mint Mobile and just get a low data plan and try to figure out how to deal with the data. Still don't know, when True Connect is going to limit me, but I'm sure I'm close to finding out. I think I'm at about 10 point. I feel like I'm a little over 10 gigs that I've used so far, and it hasn't rolled over because there's a place on the phone where it displays that, and it hasn't reset yet. Anyway, so I'm looking for the box that the phone came in, cannot find it. So that's not good, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm just terrible at organizing stuff at home. These things are really out of hand there. It's one of the reasons I don't want to be there very often. But anyway, after that, I'm thinking, memory serves. I have a picture of it on my iPhone, because a lot of times when I have data information like that I know is kind of important, I'll take a photograph of it on my iPhone, because the iPhone camera is of high enough resolution, and between iCloud and the phone itself, like, I'm likely to find that more than I have the actual paper with the data written down on it. So so I go to my phone and I'm scrolling through the pictures trying to find it, and after a good, I don't know, minute-ish of scrolling backwards, it occurs to me that I have absolutely no idea. Oh, now that looks to be a good book. That shouldn't be inside the garbage like that. Not in the best of shape, though. Anyway, after, I'm not sure entirely how long I was sitting there scrolling through pictures, it occurred to me that I had absolutely no idea what it was I was scrolling through there looking for. And I didn't have, I didn't write it on a piece of paper. That's what I was doing. So I didn't have a piece of, some people get upset with me as a karaoke host when I insist that everybody write their song down, artist and title, and put their name on it. And some people will just tell me that, and they're like, well, I just told you. And I'm like, yeah, but if it's not written down, how am I supposed to remember that in 30 seconds? And I guess normal people can do that, but it's a very, very real struggle for me. So, and of course, I didn't, write a note to myself about what it was I was looking for in my phone. So I'm just sitting there flipping through these images, and I honestly thought, hey, should I? Wow, big ouch. Should I? Wow, ouch. Should part of me that really wants to help that guy, but what can I do to help him? I don't know. Maybe I'll bring him a burrito on my way back. Anyway, where was I? Wow, that guy was in bad shape. He was kind of making a funny noise when I walked by him too. It was not a good sign. Anyway, what was I saying? So I'm scrolling through, and I'm at this point I'm trying to. I don't remember what it is I'm looking for. And I'm almost thinking, well, should I just stop looking, because I don't even remember what I'm looking for. And then at that point, I was actually enjoying the trip down memory lane, going through my photo gallery in my iPhone. Going through the photo gallery in my iPhone, and noticed a couple of images that were like, do I really still need this? And I looked at one, and I was going to delete it, and then I don't know, saw something in it that was justification for me to not delete it. So I went back out, and I'm scrolling down earlier, and then I see a couple of things which are kind of neat. Like, I look at it to look at the date, and it kind of helps me put my memories back in order of like when certain things happened in my life in the last couple of months or so. And then about that time, I get about that time I get sorry, I'm just trying to think how much money I need to pull from each bank to cover my cover my storage expenses, and I realized I hadn't figured that out. Damn. That's something I really should have sorted out before I got on this walk. Anyways, I'm scrolling through. Long story short, I saw the image of the cell phone box, and that reminded me that I was looking for the cell phone box. Object permanence. That's what I'm struggling with. Anyway, on the talk yesterday, I reminded myself that I had got this, went through great lengths to get a paper from Social Security, and never followed up on it, and that the best person to follow up on it with would be benefit specialist at the mental health clinic, and it is in that weed bag. So yeah, I'm kind of, it's tentatively on my agenda today, but my main things are to get my storage paid for. I already talked to Bev, got the exact numbers of how much I need to do that. I just forgot how to break that down as far as what I'm pulling out of my bank accounts, and also and what we have here is a lack of pedestrian infrastructure where it needs to be. I would say we don't. I used a proper walkway to get to this point, but that guy, I guess, felt the need to take a shortcut to the gravel and landscaping. Oh, now I think he's getting ready to take a shortcut across the street and jaywalk it. Oh yeah, he's definitely jaywalking. I wonder why there's a rapid bus going up that road. Such a shame those get used just a couple of times a day, and most of the time just sit. Oh yeah, no, he took that route so that he could jaywalk. He's gesturing to somebody across the way. That's interesting. Oh, he has successfully jaywalked to the bus stop. Well, to be fair, he was coming out of the bank, or at least coming from somewhere near the bank. And that is the bus stop right over there. And it is a bit of a walk all the way down to that traffic light, across the intersection and back. So I can't say I blame him. In fact, if I was going directly from this bank to that bus stop, I don't think I would have gone across the gravel as he did there, but I do believe I would have walked down that walkway and contemplated, do I just cross the street to the bus stop, or do I walk up to the intersection? And if I felt I could get across the bus stop, I'd probably go for it. Yeah, pedestrian infrastructure, it's not really where it needs to be. And of course, to me, the solution is not to put a crosswalk here, but rather to have that bus stop right there next to the intersection. Or maybe on the other side of the intersection, where it's directly opposite the other bus stop and next to the bus stop to get on the westbound 29 at the time. But yeah, you put bus stops in locations like that where they're away from crosswalks, and people are going to jaywalk to it. Hello, if anybody from the city of Phoenix is watching this, get a clue about that. That's what people do, and there's nothing that's going to stop them from doing that. The only thing that's going to discourage that is getting those bus stops near the crosswalks. All right, that was not what I was going to rant about, but I just couldn't help but notice that guy trekking across the landscaping. Anyway, I need to go in the bank, figure out how much money I'm withdrawing. I don't even know what the hell my balance is at Chase. I know I went the other day to figure it out, and I got to get back on the Chase app. At some point I messed up my password, and I don't know how to get on the Chase app anymore. I need to fix that. And I'm sure that's an object permanent struggle as well, just because it's wanting me to remember a password, but then it won't let me reuse a password that I've used in the past. And yeah, people who struggle with object permanence struggle with passwords. Anyway, thanks for coming with me on this. This video is way longer than I anticipated it was going to be, but on with my day.